Yeah, let's go. It's Friday. Let's go. It's Friday. Welcome to the Brothers of Legacy. Gotta see what we see. Listen. It's about to go down. Good morning. And welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, A to the D, Walker. Woo! Building greater Friday. So what I need you to do right now, not now, but right now, is to share. Sharing is caring. I was trying to see, look like there's like a mini delay. So I need you to tag and let everybody know that the brothers are in the building. So again, we appreciate you guys. So listen, I got some news, guys. According to my episodic accounting department, here we have that. I am not as close to 5 as I thought. Now, we're not far. Just gets a little way. So as of right now, the way I counted it up, right? So let's see. I put the date down. August 22nd will be the 500th episode. August the 22nd. Because what I didn't account for was the replays, and they count every video, all the videos we had. So I had to take those away. Add the 1, subtract the 1, divide by 8, and again, we have found August 22nd. August 22nd. So put it on your calendar. Let everybody know. And I'm gonna have some guests come through. We haven't seen in a while. I'm calling it out now. All right. So August 22nd will be the 500th episode. We've been doing this thing, was it 3 years now? We've been doing it a minute, every day, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you look out for that. Hey, Mama McCoy, great morning to you. So I have to let me go and put my correction up. Let's see. Let's see the date. All right. I had to do some adding, subtracting, and some dividing. Let's see. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Oh, I did all that. I did everything else. Hold on. My folks is like, oh, we don't want us on the show today. Yeah, okay. Do that. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do. All right. So listen, guys, I appreciate you guys for rocking and hanging with us. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. We're going to discuss. It's going to be today's going to be motivating. Yeah, it's going to be a motivating day. I'm feeling like it's Friday. Let's motivate. Let's just pick up the pace for me. You know, as I've always said, every day is basically the same. Oh, good morning, Aunt Pat. Appreciate you. Bless you as well. Bless you. And thank you. Yes, it is a huge blessing. Let's go here and send some stuff off. All right. So like I said, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. You know, let's see. Because I totally link. All right, boom. All right, sent out. Good morning, Keita. All right, there you go. And Mama Corey is in the Facebook land. Listen, thank you, Keita. Do like Keita and Lisa. Share. Sharing is caring. And it helps us grow. The more people see it, and I know there's some people that's watching, they just don't click the link because they don't want to know that we're watching. That's all good, though. I appreciate you hanging in the background some might say hater, but I think I think you could some like I said, some might say hater, but some people just are watching. Some people don't want to be a part of the conversation, and it's good. It's all good. I don't mind. I don't mind. We are the smallest viewed, well-known show on the internet. People know about it. They've scrolled past us. People know about us. All right. So I appreciate you guys rocking with us and hanging with us. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy, where we don't stand out, we stand up. Just rocking my Purpose for Forever t-shirt. It's looking like not just a white tee. I need to get started doing my chair. I used to doing the chair, you can see more of me. But so I'm not leaning in. I got the forehead it's glistening today. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Listen, today is Building Greater Friday. Today I kind of want to just motivate you to do more, motivate you to press forward, right? So today, I didn't write it in, Building Greater, ATER, Friday. I know, listen, because I don't get my game participation, so we're gonna do some different things. I know, because Mama Corey, she likes the game. I love the games too, but how Friday's been working out, it's not been working into our advantage to do the games too much. All right, so once I get my game participation back up, we will start playing some games again. So today is Building Greater Friday. So today I want to just motivate you. Pastor may be coming through. I think it's just gonna be me and him, the brothers. And I kind of want to just encourage you to not get discouraged. So talking to myself. Today it's, with so much going on, right? You can get so focused on what's happening around you and not what you have or what you're producing from within. And I'm a victim, or not a victim, or I'm one that focuses sometimes on what's not happening as opposed to the progression that has happened, right? Just from doing the work, we're up to 500 broadcasts. Like that's a lot of watch time. That's a lot of opportunity for people to see what we're doing. That's a lot of different perspectives. That's a lot of conversations. I told my wife, I said, that's like 500 hours of conversation. She said, y'all go over, it's way over 500 hours. So it's, hey, good morning, sunshine. My wife in the building. So I want to kind of just encourage you to press. So why is Brian McCory in the comments? Did I miss him? Is he in the comments? Where he at? No, he's not. He's not here. Oh, maybe he's he probably came up if you're on Facebook. Yeah, you probably see him. I sent him the link. Hopefully you got it. But yeah, so today, like I said, Building Greater Friday. And so I want to kind of motivate you to just not get discouraged, to be encouraged that, regardless of what things may look like, no matter what's happening around you. And I say this a lot, to press forward and to not get stuck in a space when things aren't necessarily going your way. Make sure, boom, boom. All right, you good. So today I just want to encourage you. Like, I know things can get frustrating, right? And some have been in a cycle of ups and downs. And it's like I'm trying to get off this roller coaster. And to that, I want to just encourage you to just make the decision to change some situations. Make the decision to do something different. Because you can't expect a result to change unless you do something different. A lot of times we want it. And throughout the course of this week, right, the things that we talked about as far as friendships, connecting with a village or community, it's important that you do things like that because that helps facilitate change. Because honestly, it's very challenging, very hard to change without someone holding you accountable, without someone holding your feet to the fire. And we'll get stuck in a space where we're in our head and we play the head games. And we all been there. Anyway, I don't care how strong you think you are. You play the head game where you're forging forward and then you start talking doubt against what you're doing, you know. But if we have someone on the outside of your head pushing you when you don't want to, um, then you can keep moving forward and not get caught up in the head games. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's gonna happen. Doubt's gonna come upon you. You know, fear is gonna come upon you. But if you got someone that says, "What are you doing? Why are you not on? Why are you not doing such and such? What's holding you back? Stop playing around. Let's go." You know, someone to push you, then it matters a lot. It matters a whole lot. But we got to be in a space where we allow ourselves to be motivated. We have to be in a space where we allow ourselves to learn, because to change is to learn. You have to have new information that has to come into your life in order to see a different possibility, right? Because I've been in my life, I've wanted more. I just had no idea what my more would look like. And so I had to get into a space of, what is it that I want to change? You know, how do I want to change? You know, and honestly, like, you're gonna ask how, you know, but you have to be, but new information has to come into play. And you know, we talk about cognizant dissonance, if I'm saying that word right, you know, where new information comes, but you ignore it. That's when change doesn't happen. And a lot of times we're looking for information to come from a specific place. And I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. It's not going to come from that. It's going to come when it comes. You know, the information, you just got to be open to receive it. You got to be open to step into a space that's going to be uncomfortable. And the worst thing that you can do is know that this is what I should be doing, but I'm not, because I'm fearful, because I'm nervous, because I have doubt. That's when the village comes in. That's when you have the conversation. You say, "This is what's in front of me." And someone will encourage you to move forward and even be with you as you move forward, hold you accountable. I'll call you every day. Make sure you're doing what you need to do in order to achieve what you have told me that you want to achieve. Um, we can't, you know, the words that faith without works is dead. It's not enough just to believe. You gotta move forward. I was listening to ET yesterday, day before, and he was talking about making great decisions. You know, one of the biggest downfalls, most of us are get in bad spaces because we don't make great decisions. Our decision making is off. And so your quality of decisions affects the quality of your life. Say that again. Your quality of decisions affects the quality of your life. You are into a space sometimes, a lot of times, that's not favorable because of the quality of your decisions. So today I want to ask you, in building greater Friday, what is the quality of your decisions? How are you making decisions that are going to propel you forward to get you into the space, the life that you desire, right? Bible says that God will give you the desires of your heart, but you have to, of course, earnestly seek Him. Um, and if you want this thing, how bad do you want it? You know, like I said, it's never gonna be comfortable enough just to step into something. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. You have to be willing to do things that you don't normally do in order to achieve things that you don't normally achieve. Heard that saying before, right? Les Brown. But said in my paraphrase way. But it's the truth. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to get to? I don't know. I've just been thinking about this. I know this is kind of different than what we normally do. Um, and it's we tend to get caught up in the weeds. We tend to get caught up and the why I can't. I'm old. And I ran the race already. Um, but we have to know that change happens when you make a decision. Change happens when you make a decision. And until you decide that you want change, you want something different, whether relationship, financial, spiritual, when you decide that you want something different, that change begins to manifest when you make the decision that this is what I want, right? And then every decision lines up with where you're trying to go. And each decision has to do that. If this is what you really want, if you really want this change, if you really want this lifestyle, if you really want to be in this space, then your decisions have to line up with your goals, right? So we can't be tossed to and fro based on issues and situations. And trust me, my wife is on edge. I'm talking to myself about this right now. If we really want things to be different, we have to make the decisions that affect that will change and get us closer every single day. And we have to have the no goes. If something's going to pull you away from the path that you're going, we have to be able to say no. Because real talk, like opportunities are gonna come, financial opportunities, social opportunities, but does it align? Does it align with what you're trying to accomplish? Does it align with where you're trying to go? Does it align with your principle? Does it align with your foundation? Does it align with the things that you're trying to accomplish? Does it align there? Because misalignment in direction is the worst. Have you ever driven a car when your alignment is shot? If you've never been blessed for that to happen, it is jarring, nerving, and it makes the ride hard. And being out of alignment is the most difficult ride possible. I've had an alignment so bad that joint was like this. Shredded my tires in like 2 miles. But that's what happens when you're out of alignment with where you're trying to go. You have issues, you have struggles. It gets harder than it should be. It gets harder than it should be when your alignment is out of focus, out of whack. And today I want to challenge you, right? You woke up this morning with prayerfully your goals and your direction on your mind and asking God to bless, which, make sure I'm doing what I need to do, forgive me, all those great things. And when you wake up in the morning, knowing that this is what you want to accomplish, what are the steps you made today that's going to help you focus? My prayer is, because I've done it, is that you didn't wake up with money and bills on your brain. Because I don't know about you. I've woken up with it on my head, checking the account, seeing if I could pay, and I feel like total chaos throughout the day because I'm frustrated. Because I'm just absolutely, positively annoyed and frustrated. It's like, and it's like, I want to just turn the phone off, put it down, get back in bed. All right, let's do this again. And every time, like, I have a thing where I get up, I try to, and I've been doing pretty good. I open the Bible app first. like I grab the phone, other than looking at the time and hitting the alarm, I take the Bible app first. I try to start my day on a high, if that makes sense. I try to start my day in the best space possible. Because a lot of times, frustration could come. It's waiting for you. I feel like frustration just waiting at your door, ready to right. Pay my bill, pay my tithes before my bill. Yes, there you go. Boom, boom, done. All right, let's figure out what's next. What I got left. Right. Trust. Indeed. I'm 100% on that one. So today I I just want to encourage you to stay in the fight, stay focused. And I'm gonna get Pastor, world renowned Pastor Brian A. McCrory Sr. Good morning. Good morning.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Yes, indeed.
Man, I was just sitting here listening to you talk, man. I didn't even want to get on. I'm just like, let me just sit back and glean this morning.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
Get my challenge.
Yeah, so today we're building Greater Friday. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to motivate the people. I think I needed a little motivation myself. I was listening to some stuff, and I was like, I think this just needs to be a motivator, because a lot of times people do it on Monday, but I feel like going into the weekend, you need to get on a high. So by Monday, you can kind of be a little higher.
So motivational Monday turned into Fired Up Friday.
There you go. Fired Up Friday. I am absolutely using that. We're going to change that. Fired Up Friday. There you go. So today, just want you to motivate the people. Encourage them not to look at the situations, but to look at their destiny.
Wow.
So that's what I want us to talk about. Because, I think a lot of times we don't achieve, or we struggle to achieve our goal because you get caught up into right now. And it slows you down. What's this?
Good morning, Auntie.
Good morning, Pastor.
Happy Friday, Auntie.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I've been going through that, man. Getting COVID was frustrating.
Right.
For me.
Right.
And here I am, the man of faith.
Right.
Ain't got time to get sick.
Right.
Got to keep pushing, got to keep pressing. And then, like, there's 4 people living in the home, and well, part-time, one of them.
Right.
And my wife got taken, then my daughters, and then me. But I watched them all, just kind of bounce back real quick. No big deal.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then for me, it was like, man, like, it keeps getting worse.
Right.
I'm like, what's going on? Well, why am I not feeling better? It's been 48 hours.
Right.
It's been 72 hours. It's been 96 hours. Wait, I've been down a week. I'm unable to do anything. Like, I'm struggling.
Right.
I got work to do. I got stuff to do. And this stuff is holding me back. And I'm trying to push myself. And all the while people are saying, well, maybe you just need to rest. You need to rest, so I'm like having to shut it down. And so I'm shutting it down. And I'm trying to figure out something productive to do while shut down. Well, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, okay, you just need to rest.
Right.
Stop moving.
Exactly.
You're not losing because you're resting.
Right. Ooh.
You understand?
Yeah. There. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's necessary. It's part of the equation.
Right.
And you'll tell someone else to do that. So why aren't you? Because I'm not them. This is me. I'm different. Well, what do you mean you're different? I'm Superman. No, you're not. Right. You can be, but look, Superman even had to deal with kryptonite.
Right. Exactly.
So then I'm trying to get better. So I feel my body shifting. Like, ooh, today's a better day.
Right.
So, today's a better day. I can do something. Right. So then it went from resting to remotivation, because the fact that I had to rest got me frustrated. I was angry. I told my wife, I'm angry because I got COVID.
Right. Yes.
I'm ticked off because I got COVID. I'm ticked off not only because I got COVID, I'm ticked off because I got COVID and it doesn't feel good.
Right.
I'm ticked off because I got COVID. I'm ticked off because it doesn't feel good. I'm ticked off because I can't just make it go away. There are certain things in our lives, there's certain seasons, you just can't make this thing go away. So what do you do in the midst of not being able to make the problem go away? Wow. I'm in it now. I got to deal with this. Everybody has to see me deal with this. Everybody has to see my weakness.
Right.
I can't run as fast right now. I can't talk as much right now. I can't move as much right now. And that hits my pride because I watched someone else have the same thing I have and it not hit them like it hit me.
Right.
Right.
Why was their experience not as bad as mine? Why does this have to happen to me? What did I do wrong? Where am I wrong, Lord? I'm
Right. What did I do? Right.
right.
Yep.
And all the while, my wife is like, "It's gonna get better, honey. It's gonna get better." My brother, "Hey, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right." Yeah, stop telling me I'm gonna be all right.
Cause I ain't all right.
I need to be all right.
Right.
Don't tell me I need to be. I just need to be all right.
Right. It's like
Right. Yeah, it was out of my control, and it was frustrating. Right. And so then I started feeling better, and I started pushing myself. You push yourself so people know you're grinding. Wait a minute. Who are you getting better for? Who are you trying to prove this to? Who are you? What's your real motivation? Is it to stop people from looking at you? Stop people from talking about you? Or are you just trying to get better? Because when you take your eyes off people and you just focus on your better, now you got the right motivation.
Right.
So then it changes. Now it's, okay, let me rest. Let me do what I can to my body. Let me pay attention to my body. Let me do all these things. Now, this is just my weird cycle over the last couple of weeks. So then I really started feeling better. So then it became less frustration, thanking God for every fresh step, getting up in the morning and trying to do something more today than what I was able to do yesterday.
Right.
Let me push an extra hour today than I did yesterday.
Right.
Ooh, today I made it till 2:00 before I crashed.
Right.
Ooh, today I made it till 3:00 before I crashed. Well, today I'm going all day. Right. And what I found out is just because you went till 3:00 yesterday doesn't mean you go till 5:00 today.
Exactly.
Right. So it went from. So let me show you what happened. I got excited because I got an extra hour, and that's a lot to be grateful for. Right. As long because you talk about, you said something great, and what I realize is something great is not necessarily, it's a relative term, because as long as today is better than yesterday, you're doing great.
Right. Exactly.
You understand?
100%.
Better equates to great.
Yes.
That's what greatness is. Greatness is about getting better. Greatness is not about being great. It's about getting better.
Right.
And I kept trying to get better.
Right.
And in the midst of getting better, let me tell you what happened yesterday.
All right.
Yesterday was the day I said, I'm going full day.
All day.
Yeah. And because like on Wednesday, I was telling everybody, I was able to take my afternoon nap. I was feeling good. And then at like 6:00 is when I hit the wall. The symptoms were showing up at 6:00, but I made it all the way through to 6:00. And I tell my wife, I'm like, yeah, well, it didn't hit me until 6:00 today, lovely.
Right.
And yesterday I woke up and I was fired up. Yesterday I told my coworkers, I had a guy covering for me. I was like, hey, I got my stuff today. I'm taking all my stuff back today. He was okay. Right. So I handled all my calls yesterday, did my stuff yesterday. And then I worked through the day. I ate, I played with my dog,
Okay.
I got outside and was in my yard.
Oh.
All I did was clean up a couple things. I'm talking like 10 minutes of work. And then I turn my sprinklers on. I'm admiring my green grass. I'm just happy to be outside.
Right.
It's humid as I don't know what out there.
Right.
And then I come in and, I shower.
Okay.
And I'm talking to my wife and I'm like, today was a good day. And I'm still feeling good.
Okay.
And I'm like, so I'm going to sit down now.
Right.
And it was like 7:30.
Okay.
8:00. And my wife came in the room. She had shut down and she wanted to sit down next to me. And then I hit the wall.
Wow.
At like 8:30.
Yeah.
But I hit it hard.
Ooh.
I was like, wait, I know I hit the wall. I figured it was going to come at some point.
Right.
But it's not supposed to hit this hard.
Right. Right.
So I had a little bit of a setback.
Okay. Okay.
Last night.
Right.
The congestion kind of creeped up, the stuffiness in my face, and my wife was like, well, maybe you kind of overdid it a little bit today.
Right.
You know, and sometimes we get a little excitement.
Yes.
And we go hard.
Yes.
And then we're excited about going hard, and we're looking at our work, and we're like, ooh, and then get a setback.
Yeah.
And the frustration of the setback is compounded because it's the same thing that hit you before and you thought it was gone.
Wow.
I thought I was done with this. I thought I was never going to have to deal with this type of issue again.
Right.
And when you're building, sometimes something can creep back up and catch you off guard and remind you you're not completely free of this yet. Right. And the thought of that can be a motivational killer.
Yeah. 100%.
Right. I keep trying, but I keep getting this setback.
Right.
And that's kind of what it was. Right. And so last night was kind of a long night for me. Right. Wow. And so I got up a little late today, and I'm like, okay, you know what? And I was talking to my wife about it. I said, I had last night was a little bit of a setback, but I think it's just, maybe it's just, she was like, it's part of the process. It's part of the process. Everybody's different. And in my mind, I'm saying, like my mouth, I'm saying, you're right, lovely. In my mind, I'm saying, why is it so different for me? Why is it so different for me? Right. I'm king. This is not supposed to
be like this. Right.
Wow. And here's what's so funny. I was having a conversation with a brother, and he was talking about his grind. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you this. This is my life. My life has been a constant grind. Right. Because I started from behind economically.
Okay.
Hey, baby. Thank you, Lord, for another day blessing us, protecting us, keeping us. Jesus.
Family time. Oh, it says Peter so good. Hey, good morning. Good morning. That
this
is
my part-time resident. The part-time resident.
Right. The part-time dealing with an emotional setback is very difficult as well. Yes, indeed.
So, my life has been a grind, but my goal has always been to reach a certain, some of us have goals. We want to change the world. We want to be president. We want to do this. And I'm like, for me, it was about, I want to be in a place where I can financially take care of my family.
Right.
I never said I wanted to be rich. Right. Because I grew up understanding the struggle of getting bills paid. And so my goal was to get to a space where paying the bills was not going to be my issue.
Gotcha.
That's just real talk.
Right.
That's what it was for me. I can get to a place where I can provide a home for my family without my family having to concern themselves with the lights staying on.
Right.
With having to move because it was beyond our choice.
Right.
Because I've been in those spaces. I've been in that place.
Right.
I know what it's like to get your lights turned off. I know what it's like to get your water turned off. I know what it's like to be without a home.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm going to grind until that's never my problem again.
Right.
Then you get there.
Right.
And you realize didn't take as much as I thought.
Right.
But while you're in it, it's taking everything that you have.
Right.
It's not till you get to the other side that you realize it wasn't as much as you thought.
Right.
But while you're in it, you're giving it everything you got.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like when you're in it and you're giving it everything you got, your focus is just getting to your next level.
Right.
You get to your next level and realize, oh, there's more.
Right. Yes. Yep.
That's me coming out of COVID.
Right.
I'm fighting to get to my next level, and I realize, oh, this fight ain't over yet. There's more.
Right.
Whatever you're doing while you're in it. I'm having this conversation with a brother. He's talking about his grind, and he's saying, man, I'm in a struggle. I'm crawling
Wow.
You're crawling. All right. That means you're moving.
Right. Right.
And it's taking everything you got to crawl. Keep
Right.
crawling, bro, because in a minute you're gonna be walking.
Right.
Right. And when you're walking, talk to a crawler.
Right. Right. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Because somebody's crawling and they can't see the walk.
Right.
They're so focused on their crawl. You
That's
know,
right, Deborah.
yeah.
Right.
And for some people, the crawling is all they have. They got to get everything they have into the crawl. But
Right.
for other folks, they're putting everything they have into their walk.
Right.
And then for other people, they're putting everything they have into their run.
Yes.
But runners should talk to walkers and encourage them. Walkers should talk to crawlers and encourage them. Crawlers should talk to those that are stagnant and get them moving.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Life is a grind. And you're
think
going to have
appreciate it.
setbacks. And setbacks are frustrating.
Right. Right. Very much.
But
So.
get fired up.
Yeah.
If you're crawling, keep crawling.
Right.
And while you're crawling, keep trying to stand up.
Yeah.
Because at some point, you'll be walking.
Right. Right.
That's me fighting COVID. I'm walking. I was crawling. I'm walking.
Right.
In a minute, I'm going to be running.
Indeed.
I'm going to keep clearing my throat.
Yeah.
Keep spitting it out. Get to another hour. Yesterday was 3. Today going to be 4.
Right.
Tomorrow will be 5.
Right.
Next day it'll be 6.
Right.
And the next day I'll know it's bedtime.
Right. Right. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I know
But
it sounds silly.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's that, but it's that. Listen, but it's that process piece, right? Sometimes we miss out on smelling the roses while we're crawling. We don't dig into, we're too focused on just, I got to get through this, and not enough on how I'm doing this. And what I mean, like, even when COVID hit, there was a need to, man, this thing just need to pass and we need to get back to normal. Man, this thing just need to go past and we need to just get through this thing. I think sometimes in the getting through, because each phase, because like you said, where you at, it's not the end. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, there's more ceiling. Like I thought it at the top. This is, but you see there's more. Even those that have more, they're like, oh, there's more. But it's enjoying, in a sense, or taking in the moment as you're going through the process, if that makes sense. Like, not wanting to just rush through it, but just in the moment, celebrating the wins, celebrating the progress, but just like, oh man, yesterday, was rough, but what I realized, what I learned, what I got out of that, sometimes we go through the process. We're trying to get through it so quick so we can get to the next level.
Yeah.
But there are lessons in the process that help us in the next level. You understand what I'm saying? That sometimes if we go through so quickly that we miss certain things, and the next level is much more difficult because we didn't take our time in the process. I think even like thinking about when you're having a baby, and what I mean by that, like, oh, she's pregnant. Okay, boom. What we got to do? Okay. And from a husband perspective, just trying to make sure, your wife is straight, everything's straight. While thinking about, you find out, okay, it's a boy, boom, raising a boy, hey, pastor, hey, this, when you had your baby boy, what was you thinking? What'd you do? But not trying to rush it. Like, I'm trying to get as much information, trying to understand. So when I get to that first level, okay, boom. All right, I understand. 2, 3. Like, okay, when they turn into a teenager, what should I prepare for? And then how to, while my child is going through the process, how I should be responding and reacting. If I had an opportunity to do it over, this is what I would have did differently. But not so quick to run through the process. And that's the thing I want to motivate you as well. Like when you said resting, like you just like, it wasn't, I'm too busy. I'm trying to get in the ring with COVID, where what COVID just needs, how COVID loses if I rest, But if I'm trying to get in the ring and fight, oh yeah, COVID is gonna knock me out every time. You know,
Yep.
I'm gonna get up and and it's gonna keep knocking me down. And this fight is gonna be longer. But if I rest, COVID has nothing to beat up me on. Can't beat me up. COVID's like, come on.
COVID's got to fight itself.
Right. Come on, get up.
Yeah.
You got stuff to do. Work got to be done. That dog needs to be walked. Like Cooper needs help. So it's like, but if you don't get up, it's like, man, I ain't got nothing to fight. Right? Like you said, all they do is fight itself. And you just
and then there's lessons. When you think about a great example is, what happens when you break a glass, like something goes wrong.
Right.
There's a lesson in breaking glass, because a broken glass today can still come back and hurt you tomorrow if you don't properly clean it up. You understand? Like you can drop the glass and it can break and shatter on the floor.
Right.
But now you got to pick up the pieces.
Right.
Because if you don't pick up the pieces, in the future, you may step on a piece of glass and it come back and cut you. Right. Because you didn't properly clean it up.
Right.
Clean up the mistake.
Right.
And that's and so like what happens when something like when I've been watching, paying attention to my body and stuff.
Right.
So there's many lessons in heartache.
Right.
How I manage heartache, what impact does heartache have on me when things go wrong? How does it impact me? And how I govern myself through the issue, through the challenge, through the setback. There's lessons to be learned in the midst of all of that will help you, that will aid you in the future. Why? Because the next time something goes wrong, oh, wow, I have seen this before. I have felt this before. Well, the last time something like this happened, this is the impact it had on me. Let me make sure I pay attention. Let me prepare myself for this type of impact. I should be stronger now. When I'm having this conversation with other people, here are some of the pitfalls that can come with a setback like this, based on my experience. Help somebody else so they don't have the same heartache.
Right.
They can be better prepared. The strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak. Right. There's no greater love than this, and a man lay down his life for a friend. Lay down your agenda to help lift up someone else's agenda. Right. The testimony, we overcome him, the devil, by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. Testify, talk about what you went through, talk about how you came out, so that someone else can be encouraged to know and figure out how to come out themselves. Right. That's the stuff that you have to, all of that is part of getting better. Right. Success is not just about being better than someone else. It's about being better. It's really about being better than you were.
Right.
That's it, because your only real competition is self. It's yesterday's version of you.
Right.
If you're caught up in competing against someone else, then you've already missed it. The only competition I have is yesterday's version of me.
Right. Sam said, long story short, listen to Sam. Sacrifice had to give up what could be versus what I need to do. Rest. Sam says rest. Pat says deep past it, digging deeper. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. Rollins says had to rest when in Scotland. A great decision versus going out and playing again. Body healed much faster because of that decision, but a difficult one for a golfer. Keita says I'm definitely learning this during this grieving season that I'm in. And Pat says, amen. Praise him. Yeah. Indeed. So yeah, just don't rush through the process. Know your pace. Know where you're going. Don't get discouraged. And that encouraging, and it's funny, so funny about encouraging. It encourages me when I encourage somebody else. I'm gonna keep it real. Like when I tell them something, sometimes you just hear what you're saying, like, yeah. It's like, that's right. You kind of like taking your own nuggets, like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to myself. I'm listening, but it's always encouraging, especially someone that's at a different pace than you are, or been somewhere that you've been, and just to encourage them, because you're encouraging them out of their season into the next one, while you're encouraging yourself in your season as you go to the next one. So yeah, don't ever hesitate, and be motivated to encourage others that you see going through, just to kind of like, it's going to be all right. You're going to make it through. it's
And here's the thing: you're gonna have days where
Yeah.
you don't want to encourage anybody.
that's true too. That's true too.
That's human
That's true,
nature.
too.
I just
Yeah.
don't feel like. So on those days, that's when you're shut in, so that you don't present yourself improperly
Right.
to
100%.
someone.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by like understand the impact to you when something is not right.
Right.
Because when you begin to understand who you are, you understand how to conduct yourself while you're going through, so
Right.
as not to be a deterrent to someone else's motivation.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, I had to learn that. You know, I told you I was talking to my brother,
Yeah.
and I told him, I'm like, man, I'm just ticked off, and then it dawned on me. I'm like, man, he's not used to hearing me talk like that,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
And all I kept thinking is, well, this is my brother. Can I keep it real for a minute?
Right. Just for a minute. Right.
Sometimes you got to keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't keep it real. Sometimes you just got to keep it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Definitely.
That's real.
Definitely. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Sometimes your encouragement can only come from internal,
Yeah. That's
come
true.
from the Lord.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah.
That's real talk. There are moments where you just got to hold your peace.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Know when those moments are.
Yeah.
So that when you begin talking, you're not having to make up.
Right. Right. Go back. You know
Yeah.
what I told you
Yeah.
last week? I was in a bad place. I was in a bad place. Yeah. I mean, I was. Yeah. When me and Sam was going through, like, me and I couldn't help. I didn't want to help nobody with a relationship because my thing was like, leave her. It's over. It's never gonna work. Like I wasn't in a good place to give anybody any sound advice. Like, yeah. So it was, yeah. So I definitely feel you on that one because
Yeah.
sometimes, and you want to share, but you're just like, I'm a little scarred right now. My language is not going to be good. It's not, and sometimes you don't want to ask me that right now. you don't want my advice on that. Not right now. Not right now. Not where my head is at. It's not in the most positive place. So that's real. When you're in the space where your motivation is down, sometimes it's better not to give any sound advice, especially if it's in an area that you're already like, yeah, I'm not going to give you anything positive to walk away with,
Yeah. Listen, I've learned that there are certain people in my life, that I spend more time pouring into than I spend receiving from.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You have relationships where you're the pitcher and they're the glass.
Yeah.
And you have certain relationships where they're the pitcher and you're the glass.
Right.
And when you're going through something, sometimes it's not healthy to be trying to talk to the glass.
Right.
You need to go talk to the pitcher.
Right.
And you be the glass.
Right. Yeah.
That makes sense?
It does. A lot.
Yeah. And that's what, those are the things that you have to be able to recognize. You have to understand so that when you come back to full productivity level.
Right.
What ends up happening is if you're talking to the glass as the pitcher, here's what happens. The bad drink that you have in you poured into them.
Right.
And because of the level of influence you have on them, they're holding what's in the glass.
Right.
You understand? Now you have to pour twice as much because it's not like they've emptied the glass. Yeah. You have to pour until what's in the glass gets pushed out. It's going to take more from you now to repair.
Right.
Than for you to leave that alone.
Yep.
And continue pouring the good stuff later.
Right.
And all y'all who drink know what I mean when I say
Right.
Good
old Kool-Aid. Yeah, indeed. So hopefully we fired you up a little bit, encouraged you to continue pressing and get through the weekend going into next week. Like I said, so my episodic calculations department. I'm a little off on my 500th episode, so the exact date will be August 22nd. So I'm not 4 days away. I miscounted based on going off of YouTube. So we're gonna be celebrating. So try to bring back the old gang August 22nd. So we'll probably be doing something like that week for during that week. So it's the 22nd. It's on a Monday. So hopefully this conversation we had has encouraged you. Said don't blame the department. I know it was my auditors. They checked and they realized. They said, "Hey, buddy, you're off." Don't make them strike. Right. Nah, they want to get paid. They ain't going on strike. So we appreciate you guys for being here, being a part of this conversation. Hopefully we've said something or shared something that has fired you up this Friday, or at least encouraged you, give you something to think about, something to chew on going into this weekend. So we look forward to seeing you guys Monday. Again, make sure you are part of our community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576 and join our Discord community as well. So we look forward to seeing you guys Monday, same time, same place. I feel like I need to share something, but I don't know what it is. So, what's that? Oh, appreciate that, Mama Corey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Auntie.
All right. She said, I've been blessed. Awesome. Just listen, as we go into this weekend, I just need you guys, especially those in the Georgia area, be careful out there on the roads. Like, real talk, it's a lot of accidents that happen daily, hourly, like all day. Most of the traffic is from accidents, and a lot of people are getting killed out there, and it's unnecessary. So for those, be mindful, drive the speed limit, like encourage your relatives, your young folk, drive the speed limit, drive maybe 10 over. That's enough. That's enough.
You just killed it.
I just killed it. Drive the speed limit. Nah, real talk. Just drive the speed limit for real. Pay attention. You when Google says, and I've tested this theory. When Google says, if I leave right now at 9:56, I'm going to arrive at 10:56. I'm going to get there at 10:56, regardless of how fast I drive. Tell me I'm wrong. You got into the car. You may have shaved off 2 minutes. When Google says this is the time you're gonna get there, that you really shave a lot of time off by driving.
Nah, you got that one. No, I'm gonna make that.
Right.
10:53. 10:53.
Right.
I'm shaving.
If you're supposed to be there,
there he is. That's the one right there. That's the one that wants to prove Google wrong.
Right.
And because he'll say, nah, that's what Google says. But Waze will give me 10:54. I'm gonna use Waze for 10:54.
And listen, I ain't even mad. You use Waze, but that
one right there. Right. He's going to find the shorter route.
And listen, and I'm fine with the routes. Just drive the speed limit though, for real, because people are crazy out there on the highways. They're out of control. I don't even understand. But we love you guys. Appreciate you. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys in the AM on Monday. Know that we love you. God loves you more.
And COVID ain't going nowhere. Wear your mask.
Right. I don't care what they say. Wear the mask.
Wash your sheets.
Washing the sheets anyway. All right.
Wash your sheets.
Don't be dirty. Later.